contact with all of your neighbors. This is round 5 of the Road Championship. We had round 3 of our Link Engine Management Pro Spec Championship. We had Osoli. We have some footage of him. Taking a look at 3-time champion James Deane, also a 70-plus point lead over the rest of the pack as Ray Shake there snacking and attacking. I'm Jared Deane. Joining me here in the booth is the teal toque, as well as the blue beanie, Jacob Gens, host of the Outer Zone podcast. So that's Ray heads up the RTR camp there. We can see Matt Field. All the cars getting prepped. This is the moment where everybody's kind of got a smile or a smirk or a meme on their face, but overall, it's, again, Dmitry Brutsky on the top seating. The big one, James Deane right there. He's our points leader. He comes off with this victory, right? He currently sits number 1, so he gets a bye run because of neither Forrest Wang or Vaughn Gittin Jr., who's the boss. He's watching at home. So he gets a fast pass on the 16. The rest of the field's like, what the heck? But hey, you do well, you're going to get rewarded. And also, again, with James Deane winning Englishtown, how the preceded drivers is how you actually finish in the previous round. It's not the standings that bears repeating. It's how you do in the previous round. So with James Deane winning in E-Town, number 1 spot, nobody's here in 32 spot, so binga bonga, he moves on. These Irish drivers, Irish eyes are smiling us there. All our photographers getting prepped. Got the heat waves on. We got Russo, the 959 boys, and all right. Well, place your bets. Act now. NXT Bets is providing that service. So you're who you putting your money on, literally and figuratively, because if they win, you win. You're going to scan the QR code that is coming up right about any moment now as our fans are filling up the stands, and there it is. So place your bets, scan that QR code, scan to sign up. You win, they win, everybody wins. Yeah.
I mean, what a way to be even more in depth in the race, right? Like this is it. I mean, if you really think you know what's going to happen, time to put your.
I saw the odds. Did you see like the odds come up on,
that was cool.
On social? I like that. It's really cool. Again, we do it in Nitro Cross, and shout out to my boy Todd Ballard and all those guys putting on a good execution there. And again, beautiful weather. So if you're thinking like, oh, it looks hot, it's perfect. It's absolutely ideal. Cloud cover. We got all the fair foods down there. You're not a big carb guy, but that funnel cake is looking right at you.
I saw that. I saw one of the biggest pogos I've ever seen in my entire life. Corn dog is what I think you guys call them.
Yeah,
crazy.
Corn dog. Yeah, what'd you call it?
Pogo.
No, it's a corn dog. You're in America, bro. Put some respect on it. Lorette, what does this corn dog, what does James Deane call a corn dog in Ireland? That's my first question. Second of all, what's going through his mind?
Jared, I don't know. Jared wants to know what you call a corn dog in Ireland.
Corn dog. We don't have corn dogs, I don't think.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
but
thank you.
You know what we should do is talk about the track, which we have here in St. Louis. And how is this track treating you?
Yeah, so obviously quite a lot of changes from last year and years previous with the wall on the first outer zone and the last outer zone tightening up a lot. So it's definitely a lot more demanding for the drivers. A lot more risk involved, but when you pull it off, it's very rewarding. It's challenging but rewarding.
Well, I was talking to Chris Forsberg a little bit earlier, and he likened it to a question mark. Would you feel that that's accurate?
Yeah, it really comes to almost a stop, almost turning in on itself at the finish line, and you have to be very careful there because you could easily drop tires where the finish line is. So it's definitely challenging, and but when you get it right, it feels great. It's definitely going to be, I think, quite a few mistakes here by everyone. Even when the sun goes down later for top 16, the track grips up, everything changes, all your visual reference points. It's going to be a challenge, but yeah, I'm excited for it. Actually,
that's a great point. Those visual points, how difficult is that to see at night?
It's very difficult. You it's almost like a totally different track because everything that you were looking at looks a bit different and you're almost questioning, is that what I saw earlier? So you almost have to go off instinct and just hope that it works out and go off your timing from earlier on in the day. It's especially hard in the chase because the smoke is almost thicker with the white lights, the floodlights from above, making the smoke seem more. So it's always a challenge, but yeah, I think we're all up for it.
Yeah, we love it. All right, well, James, we'll see him next in top 32.
See Jonathan Hurst, he's going to be chasing down the 3-time champ. And this is the first time we're seeing James Deane go head-to-head here in competition. James Deane in that Ford Mustang. He transitions into outside zone 2. You can see that outside zone delivering outside by that orange box or orange rectangle in the outside zone 3. Jonathan Hurst not getting all the way out there in that Mr. Cool kind of XLR, but he does get great proximity outside zone 4. Oh, man, we got a chroma. Didn't have to do seating brackets, so here he is. Hey, James, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And here is the top 16, and he's leading points with 74 points with, again, here we are in round 5 of 8. Jonathan Hurst would love to put a stop to it, and there are a lot of drivers in the field that are cheering for Jonathan Hurst in this scenario. Transition to outside zone 2. Ooh, look at James Deane, not managing that angle, definitely has the proximity. Needs to drop in that pocket, drop in a formation. Hurst, very settled. Look at those wheels. No corrections at all, going from outside zone 3 to 4. Just right there, dialed, set it, and for game 1, James Deane out front, Connor Shanahan. This, we're really going to see a glaring mistake from one of these drivers. Don't leave in the judges' hands. Do something sensational. The X Factor, what you got? Bang, right there. The buzzsaw. The buzzsaw on the door. James Deane spins. Might have been, I think, the tire to tire. And that's what I was talking about, you know, earlier with Odie and Osbo. They were kind of nuzzled in there. Like I said, run out front. And James Deane, if he keeps his composure, doesn't do anything extraneous or makes a mistake, the win could be his. But Shanahan is really going to try to force a mistake from so it's a hard angle. Here we go in that second outside zone. That's where they have the contact. But Shanahan keeps it sideways. Digs into that third outside zone. Here comes the final outside zone, zone 4. And whoa, there he goes. And that's really going to seal in that Irish flavor. Type S Touring Products, the official lighting of Formula Drift. Throwing some deals out there right now, $59.99. You get yourself a 12-volt jump starter pack on Amazon Prime. So be sure to check that out. Thank you to Type S. Pick up all your Type S gear at Type S here on site. And here we go. Send it. Here we go. James Machine Deane, AutoZone, Mustang, RTR Mustang versus Van, a classic battle going that first outside zone pass where we saw the wall ride of Adam Nosey, and now James Deane rising a different way, keeps it on the ground, and look at him just slingshot away from Matt Field. Chucks a deuce and now throws some flames in his face. Oh man, right in the line! They got hung up. Did you see that? He just hooked him. Oh, son of a gun. Just such, I mean, with that hang up, and again, at the glance, we haven't spoken to the judges yet, but nothing too out of sorts outside of, just getting too aggressive in that chase position. Matt Field, that's unofficial. That's just kind of our at first glance. So here we go, Matt Field, that Borla Corvette goes into that second outside zone, goes in again. It's a must win for Matt Field to get on the box. So he needs to force an error here for James Deane, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. And there it is. So the Formula Drift world. Here we go. Start chicane. We got a clean start. Let's see how he handles going to that first outside zone. James Deane sticks it to the door. Here we go. Very deep in the outside zone 1. Good proximity by James Deane. Now coming to outside zone 2. There's James Deane. Ooh, he looks like he gets that back left tail light. Hiro Manoa in the outside zone 3. Look at that. Absolutely spot on lead run from Hiro Manoa. Going to the last outside zone. Hiro Manoa. James Deane coming in, bringing it across the finish line. What a run by both drivers. Obviously, seemed like the night just worked. Great.
You need to be so incredibly stoked. Like this is absolutely wild. So let's take a look here one more time at the side-by-side. Both drivers in the first outside zone, they look great. Second outside zone, like basically mirroring each other as they transition out to the third. James Deane with a slight proximity, but it doesn't get as deep through that zone. Now as we go through the fourth, man, both of them so close to the fourth outside zone. I have absolutely no idea.
Pro spec, we've had pro, and here are some celebratory donuts from, again, the future, the past, the present. I mean, just so much talent here in Formula Drift. Should absolutely be celebrated on a global scale. Ireland, Japan, Norway. That is what we are seeing here. I mean, absolutely insane. We do have a winner. That's why we brought him front and center here in front of the fans here. Let's chalk those wheels, make sure he is all good. Look at James. All right. Let's make sure he is all good. We'll get the teams down here. Join us at the podium if you're here in the building. Steering wheel as the chalk. There we go. Get on out. Make some noise for him. Stepping out, 14 years old. Hiro Manoa. Throws on the Red Bull lid. Big hug from the machine. So now let's announce your podium finishers here. He's down there on the ground. Third place here at round 5 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. 3-time Formula Drift champ. Make some noise. The Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra. Third place goes to Frederick, the Norwegian Hammer Asbo. Still in the hunt for the championship, he is. And again, James will continue his lead going into round 6. Join us in just a few weeks in Seattle, either online or in the building. Be sure to buy your tickets now. Again, August 9th and 10th. And now, your winner unanimously here at round 5 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Your winner is, unanimously, James the Machine Deane gets the victory unanimously. That means Hiro Manoa gets second place, the youngest ever to podium in Formula Drift history. 14 years old, James with 3 wins on the season, 12 podiums in a row, and that is outside of Formula Drift in itself. What an amazing feat and an international affair. Hugs all around. James, down to you, Lorette Nickel. And again, just cool. I mean, James is hardly breaking a sweat.
Well, I don't know about that, but this means so much to him. And he has been traveling the world, and he has been wearing himself down. But this still means so much to you.
This means absolutely everything. I think so many people just see me drifting a lot of the time, and I'm just doing whatever. But the last few years have been a big challenge, very, very hard. And we're just trying our absolute best this year, giving it absolutely everything. The team, RTR, are giving me a great car every single event. I got great support, my family and friends, and Becky back at home. Everyone that supports me, I couldn't do it without you all. And but come on, look at this man, this kid. Come on, it's unbelievable to see the skill he has. 14 years old, and he can beat any of us. That is the future right there. It's unbelievable to witness, and huge congratulations, Manoa. You're the future.
And we know that your long history with drifting, this has been your legacy. At 14 years old, did you have talent like he did?
No way. He's driving a car with 1,000 horsepower, 14 years old. I was driving a Ford Sierra with 120 horsepower. And if I could link a corner, it was great. So to see what he's doing at this age in that kind of a monstrous car is just unbelievable. He's a special talent. And come on, the future drifting is so bright with all these young kids coming up. And I started at his age, and to see all the guys like Brandon, Connor, everyone just coming up, pushing hard, it's unbelievable, and drifting is here to stay, that's for sure.
That is for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for James Deane, his 3rd win of the season. And because Hiro has been creating history here, Hiro, an